Hi guys, welcome back to Lanie's Lens, and today I'm here with Yosmi, and she is an actor, model, photographer, content creator. And so let's get into some icebreakers before we just get into the episode. So let's talk about some things. What's your go-to Starbucks or Dunkin' order before a shoot?
If I'm drinking coffee, it's because I'm really tired. So normally I don't go to Dunkin' or Starbucks. I just have like my water. But if I guess if I'm going to Starbucks, I'm gonna get the strawberry. What's it called? Is it like strawberry acai?
What would you say is your signature pose?
All my friends say I do this all the time.
Oh, that's a good one.
They're like, oh, the Yosmi pose. They always say that.
So tell us about, if you want to, your worst shoot experience. You don't have to, but if you want to.
I have so many.
Ooh.
But I'll say this one because it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a shoot. It was a collaboration. It was like very early on when I was trying to like build my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought my mom with me. I was really young. Aww. And the photographer showed up drunk.
What?
I'm sure you've had weird experiences.
I actually got booked for this one shoot. The person asked for my size and everything. It was like a group shoot, like for their brand and stuff like that. And like the owner wasn't there, so I was like, okay, we're talking to people on his team. So when I got there, like none of the clothes would fit me. So I feel like at the time, like 2 years ago, I was more like petite than what I am now, like whatever. And I'm like, okay. So then I realized like they kind of started making me feel bad. And I'm like, you guys have my sizes and stuff like that. So how am I getting booked? Like, you guys are paying me, send me a deposit for this, and you're literally making me feel bad because I can't fit the clothes there. Where it's like if it was somewhere else, like a commercial shoot, you know, they pin the bag to do something. So I just knew like, I don't know, that it wasn't like the worst, but that made me feel really uncomfortable about my body. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand in this field, especially like, I don't know, I feel like doing like video vixen too. I feel like that changed my whole mindset about how I looked. And then I realized like, you know what?
But you're beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But it was for a while, like a good like 2 years, I would say like, I was like, oh my God, like I gotta do this to my body, whatever, look like this. But I'm like, girl, like you want to model for like Target and Old Navy and big things like that. You don't even want to be a video vixen. So what are you saying? So now I'm like, okay, like I don't even want to do that type of modeling, like whatever. So now I'm like, okay, like we're good, girl. But girl, yes, video vixen definitely tore me apart for a little bit. So what do we have here? What is this?
So this is my camera. And this is my clicker. And I do a lot of self shoots, like to always like build up my portfolio. So I bought this camera like 3 years ago now. Is it 3? Yeah, like 3 years ago. And basically I taught myself photography because I just really wanted to keep expanding my portfolio. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I try to figure this out on myself?
What are your content days like? Like how do you get the vision in my head? I know you did something for like a Gap, right? It was? I know you did something for that, where if you want Gap to see you and you make content. So how does that come about in your head? Like you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this today. What's the inspo and stuff like that?
I literally wrote down a list of a bunch of brands that I want to work with one day, and then I'm like, okay, like let me start planning a shoot. So I did Gap, and I was kind of trying to think like, okay, what should the colors be? What's something that would be like eye-catching and something that I can also use for my portfolio? Because I do like manifest videos where like I'm manifesting to model for Gap, but I don't know if Gap is actually going to see it. So I still want the photos to still be added to my portfolio.
That's smart.
So I'll also ask my agency sometime like, oh, what am I missing? And like they'll kind of give me ideas. So that's why I chose blue, because I feel like blue really pops.
Yeah. It definitely gave Gap. Before I read the caption, I thought that was like you modeling for Gap. I thought,
really?
Yeah. So I read the caption, I was like, what? She did this by herself?
I hope so one day. It's like very clean and crisp. When I'm like experimenting, like I don't know if you saw, I did one like for YSL.
I did. Yes. That was fire too. I'm gonna make sure I put it right here so I can see.
That one was really hard because I was trying something different with the lights, and like it was a very moody and it was very different. So I feel like I'm always winging it.
What was your favorite campaign, you would say, have you done?
My favorite campaign till this day is when I worked with Ulta BB because they were highlighting my eczema, and I was like really insecure about my eczema. I had eczema like all over my face, like all over like my body, like but really severe. So I at the time I was like still like very early in like my modeling career, like trying to do it, and I was like, how can I model if I have eczema? Like I would just get like really like bad flare-ups, especially after I graduated college. Like my flare-ups were like really bad.
I always see that you could get booked for like the most craziest things.
No, literally.
Do you have any advice you can give to anybody at home who wants to start modeling, like where they can start, how to go about it, and all that good stuff?
Okay. So I don't believe in gatekeeping. Like when someone messages me, I give them everything. Like everything. So okay, first thing you need is photos. You need photos like so that people know how you look and so that people can envision you in their shoots and their campaigns. So collaborating with photographers, investing in photographers, and making sure you get the right photos. So if you want to do commercial like modeling, you need to get like commercial like style photos. If you like want to do like editorial, you need to do like get editorial style photos.
Okay.
So there's different types. Fitness, but if you want to do it all, just get as much as you can. Get everything, beauty, like all of that. And then after you have your photos, I would say apply to agencies. For agencies, you need digitals. Super simple. You could shoot that on your own with your phone. A lot of the time, they don't even want it like professionally because it's like very natural photos, usually like in all black or like a white top and jeans, and you're barefaced or like very minimal makeup, very natural and natural lighting. So it's like super easy, and you can use that to apply to agencies. If you actually don't really need an agency sometimes to start, so you can sign up for Backstage, Casting Networks, Swipecast, that's an app, but make sure you have photos because there is a monthly fee. I think Backstage and Casting Networks is like $25 a month. So make sure you have your photos and apply a lot.
Yes.
And don't get discouraged if like you get rejected. I get hundreds of no's. Hundreds of no's.
I feel like in the beginning I used to take it so personal, and I'm like, oh girl, like it's fine because if I had a brand, I know in my head what type of people that I want to model for my brand. I feel like before I used to cry in my covers, it used to be so sad. How do you stay motivated to be consistent? Like, how are you just gonna wake up one day like, you know what, I need to create some content when you're just so tired, you don't want to put on makeup or anything? How do you just stay grounded to do all this stuff?
Yeah. Well, I definitely like have those days where like I don't want to do anything, but I feel like those are the days that count the most. And because I like kind of chose this like lifestyle and to do this full time, I'm like, oh girl, you need to get up and you need to go and make that video, or you need to go do that shoot or do that audition, because I chose like this, I chose this as my career. So I feel like I can't really slack, you know, like I have to like always stay on top of like applying. Like I feel like applying like every single day is like the most important. Because if you're not applying, like you're not gonna get anything.
I thank you, Yosmi, for coming on my show. I appreciate it. You invited me to your home, and I just appreciate you so much.
My advice to everyone watching is always follow your dreams. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. If you get no's, that's one step closer to a yes, and you got this.